Welcome back. We were just talking about how salsa dance really reflects those different cultural influences and regional styles.
Yeah, like how the Rueda de Casino in Cuba
Yeah.
is so different from those linear styles you see in New York or LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how the term salsa even came to represent all of that.
Yeah, like was there one person who invented the word? Or is it more complicated than that?
It's funny. Everyone wants to find that one person who came up with the term salsa.
Right.
Some people point to Daniel Fia Escalona, this Venezuelan radio host.
Oh, okay.
He used it to describe this vibrant, spicy music. Others say it was Arsenio Rodriguez, the legendary Cuban musician who popularized it with his song Echale Salsita.
So they're looking for that single spark that started the whole thing?
Yeah, like that aha moment, but it probably wasn't that simple.
Right, I was going to say.
El Malo makes a really interesting comparison in his video.
Okay.
He talks about the debate over who invented mambo,
Uh-huh.
with many claiming it was Paris Prado.
Okay.
But in reality, those musical elements were already there. They were already swirling around, just waiting for someone to give them a name.
So maybe salsa was kind of like that.
Mhm.
A word that people were already using naturally.
Yeah, to describe this fusion that was already happening.
Well, exactly.
And then you have the record companies coming, especially Fania Records.
Okay.
They see this incredible energy coming out of New York, this blend of Cuban rhythms with other Latin influences.
hmm
And they realize they need a catchy term to market it.
So salsa became like the brand name.
Right.
Yeah.
The umbrella term that could capture a wider audience.
Exactly. And that makes sense from a marketing perspective.
Yeah. And while that might have oversimplified the history, it definitely helped put salsa on the map.
Absolutely. Suddenly it's this global movement.
Exactly, bringing dancers and musicians from all over the world together.
It's amazing how powerful a single word can be.
It really is. But of course, not everyone was happy about this commercialization.
I can imagine.
Some people felt like salsa was erasing the specific cultural origins.
Right. Especially those deep Cuban roots we were talking about.
Exactly.
So this isn't just like an academic debate. It's
Mhm.
about cultural ownership and representation.
Absolutely. And you see this tension playing out in the dance world, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Wikipedia articles on salsa dance talk about how some people believe that casino style is the most authentic form
Okay.
because it's so connected to those Cuban social dance traditions.
Like a direct link to the culture.
Exactly. But then you have these other styles evolving in New York and elsewhere.
Yeah, those linear styles.
Yeah, and some traditionalists see those as a departure from the real roots of salsa.
So even within the dance itself, there's this debate about what's authentic and what's innovation.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Salsa is so complex. It's always pushing boundaries, but also trying to honor its roots.
That's what makes it so interesting, I think.
Absolutely. So for someone who's new to salsa, what should they take away from all of this? Do they need to pick a side in this debate?
No, not at all. I think you can appreciate the history and the different perspectives, but ultimately your experience with salsa is personal.
Right.
It's about connecting with the music, the rhythm, the movement.
Like you can enjoy a delicious meal without knowing the origin of every ingredient.
Exactly. You can just savor the flavors.
But knowing a little bit about the history can make you appreciate it even more.
Absolutely. It helps you see the connections, the influences.
Yeah, I'm already hearing salsa music differently now.
I know, me too.
But we still haven't answered the big question. What is it about salsa that makes it so popular all over the world? Why does it keep captivating people, even with all these debates?
That's the million-dollar question. And that's what we'll be discussing in the final part of our deep dive.